Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed CZUR Japanese whiskey. And we also enjoyed backstage the company of our today's special guest, who will now introduce himself.
Jason Dellinger from Vintage View.
Wow. Please state your name. Oh, great fun, great fun. All righty, we're going to say hi to everybody. We're going to get into the show.
Dawn gets an awesome Dawn is first out the box. How's it going? She is number one in all our hearts. Jazzy Jeff, number two.
And thank you for being a member, Dawn.
Let's see. Exactly. And Jersey Jackass Retro's in the house with a little X-rated note there.
After the show.
Are we allowed to say that on here?
Apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure I've said worse. Yeah. Awesome.
I just want to say it like what's his name?
Beavis or Butthead?
No. The one actor that says that word, says those two words together.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head now.
Yeah,
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Okay. Thank you for being a member, Antiquarian.
Awesome. Aaron's here. Antiquarian's here. Jackass.
It's going to be a short chip show. There we are.
All
right. It's cold, Jackass. It's cold.
Yeah, finally. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to start the show as we always do. We're going to ask how sales are, and we're going to let her.
Done yet. Awesome. Anik's here.
Sorry.
Jeez, so anxious.
I am anxious.
All right. There you go. Now you can say it.
All right. How are your sales, special guest?
Actually, they've been picking up. The summer slowdown is over, and things are starting to pick back up again. You know, I'm actually starting to add to the coffers instead of them being diminished, which is always a good thing.
Now, let me ask you this. You sell primarily photos, correct?
Correct.
Are those hot Christmas gifts?
Not exactly. I wouldn't think so anyway. They're not what people are buying for others as gifts. Photos are usually collectors or resellers. I sell to a lot of resellers as well.
Cool. So you don't really, and you've got a store there. Do you have things there that you push as stocking stuffers or things that you try to push, or you just don't even bother?
Not really. I really don't. I don't do a whole lot of your typical merchandising in the shop. You know, I don't push things. We're a really laid back shop. My son runs the front while I'm in the back doing most of the work online. So yeah, it's just chill. We play classic rock music and chill out all day.
Okay.
Very cool.
Hello, Mr. Hot Wheels.
Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels. How's it going?
Sales have been good, but today is a turd slurry. Turd slurry.
Yeah, there you go.
Wash that down with a dumpster juice shake, but that's a whole nother story. How are you? How are your sales? Exactly. Thank you. How are your sales, Mr. Magazine?
Sales been really good. We've had, for at least a week straight, over 300 orders every day. So I think this would be a record maybe leading into next week, Black Friday. Amazon's been hot. We've been selling about 130 orders a day there. eBay's been up big time. The Shopify website's been up. DVD site's up. Everything's up. We're back on Whatnot, which is good. I picked up a huge comic and a huge record collection. So, we're getting back into Whatnot a little bit. So, yeah, everything's good on my part. I can't complain. I'm excited for next week and the weeks after that. So how about you?
I'm glad you asked. Let's ask special guest here for a minute. How are your Whatnot been lately?
My Whatnots have been really good, actually. They've been decent lately. I've done very well. I've only started back a little over a month ago. I took almost the entire summer off from Whatnot, 3 months off.
You bailed right after our last show. Yep.
Yeah, I had to. I couldn't afford to sell at the prices things were going for. So it's better not to. It's better to not make money at all than to lose money. Yeah. So, and I lose the time. So I spent my time selling on eBay instead of on Whatnot, and did perfectly fine. But Whatnot's been really good for the last 5-6 shows I've done have been really good.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Oh, Don claims that you're a deadhead.
I am a deadhead, 100%.
We have craptacular sales according to Metal for Gemini. There we are.
Local Mike's here. How's it going? The H is for Hamilton College, which my son goes to, plays football there. So the season's over with, so I'm back here now.
So sales are starting to creep up a tiny bit, but only for postcards, since I can still send those to US with the stamp. There you go. She's in Canada, so they got all the border issues and all that.
Yeah.
Nice. Exactly. Yeah.
Only if you have photos, Vintage you might be interested.
Yeah,
We'll talk.
I mean, my site's probably one of the few you probably can sell that stuff on, right?
But well, Don does not like that. My Mr. Magazine actually got a taste of his own medicine. We went to to take a look at some collections over near West Point, New Jersey as well. Stayed at a hotel in Connecticut, and Mr. Magazine got to hear me complain because sales have been they were atrocious.
First of all, I think it was close to 20 hours, 2 days in the car with these complaints. It was awful.
Welcome to my life, my friend. Welcome to my life. But sales were abysmal until about Saturday, and then they turned around on eBay. They've been decent on eBay since Saturday. I cannot complain, but they were. I was doing 3 items a day last week with 35,000 items listed. That's not good turnaround. That's not good whatsoever. On that, hello, lot paper.
Lovely's in the house like always.
Whatnot has actually been craptacular this past week. I've had some pretty poor shows. My last 4 shows have all been pretty bad. In fact, I was part of Shopahala, and I was underwhelmed with how things sold on there as well. However, I did take a look at my records, and last year, I keep track of a 2-month period of time just because I don't know how many shows I'm going to do in a given week. So I figured 2 months, I'm going to do about the same number of shows. My lowest sales last year were November, December. So it appears as though Whatnot does slow down for whatever reason over November, December, at least the stuff that I sell. And it's staying true to form this year. What luck. But keep plugging away, whatever. I'm into the stuff right, so no big deal on that. The other interesting thing is, as we showed over on our Bolo items, I've been selling stuff over on eBay, 2013 items I listed, 2014, 2011 I sold an item. I think the reason might be because I ended all of my promoted listings and then I restarted the campaign with everything at 2%. Now, do you do promoted or no?
I do actually do. When I do eBay, I do 2% promotion.
Yeah.
I do 2% just because I don't want to give them much more money. They're already getting a bunch of money.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just to be able to get some kind of promotion, I do 2%.
Yep. And that's exactly what I want to. And you did. Oh, hello, Jackie.
Jack, how's it going?
Thank you for being a member. You did see the change that they made in the promoted as of next year.
No, I have no idea. I haven't even paid attention. I don't sell that much on eBay. I haven't posted anything new on eBay in probably 2 months. Since I started getting back onto Whatnot, I haven't done any eBay. Not a single bit of it. I mean, I still sell from the stuff that I already have up there, but yeah, I haven't posted a single new thing on eBay in almost 2 months.
Yeah, basically the way they're changing it at the first of the year, essentially, it might be a week or two into, we'll just say January 1st, sometime in January, that if you promote a listing and anybody clicks on it as a promoted listing, and within 30 days you sell it to anybody, you pay the fee.
That's insane. They're just it's such a money grab with them.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, as if they're not already making billions and billions of dollars for nothing, for running a program, essentially, that's already up and running.
True.
And all they do is keep fixing it and breaking stuff. It's like
Someone's got to put those Band-Aids on.
Using it from so many spots now, it's so complicated and confusing, and you don't even know what's going on at this point.
Yep. I guess my thought is it is a fee increase, but it is a fee increase that we sign up to do because there is no requirement that you do promoted. So
Right.
the increase from the willing, I guess, would be the way that I would look at it.
Yeah. The thing is, if you don't promote, like when I don't promote, I get 0 views, like 0, and it'll be up there for 2-3 days, 0 views.
I tested it out a few years ago when I didn't have it. It wasn't working. Then I put it on and I was giving them too much. I took it off. So now we're at 2%. It seems to be like a happy percentage right there. So it seems to be working.
Here's the problem that I have with the promoted. I just sent this over to Paul Carl, friend of the channel. He does lots of analysis and all that stuff. Have you ever heard of Mexico, New York?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. And you know what a movie theater is, obviously. Do you know what a ad herald is, a movie herald?
No.
They would pass them out in the old days, 30s, 40s, 50s. And a lot of times they were either single sheet or they would open up and they would tell you the movies that were playing at the theater that week. So you would look at Kevin Costello.
Yes, I am familiar with it then. Yeah.
Yep. So I had an ad herald from Mexico, New York theater with For Whom the Bell Tolls movie and an Abbott and Costello movie. They were suggesting that my 2% was too low. I should pay 16%.
Oh, yeah. Their suggested percentages are nuts. Yeah. I've seen them go as high as like 18% before. And I'm like, what are you even thinking? Why am I going to give you 18% on top of the like 10 or 12% you already get?
Yeah.
You know?
And I was looking at that going, if this isn't one of a kind, there's 2 in existence in the entire world. Who saved the March 8th, 1951 Mexico, New York movie herald? Nobody to speak.
I actually had a few of those. I wonder if I put them in the box I sold you.
That's where you got them from.
Probably.
That's funny.
And Mexico, New York is hardly New York City. If you're searching on Mexico, New York,
it's tiny.
Of it. Yeah, absolutely. So that is something that their suggestion should be, don't promote this. There is no need to promote this. Not let's go super high at 16%.
Yeah. And even, I mean, promotion should only really be necessary when you're one of the big companies who's fighting for that extra penny, like the ones that are literally a penny apart from all the other people,
right? And
just trying to get that extra, that extra money out of it. It's nuts.
Or you're selling, back in the day, they don't do this anymore very much, but back, if it were around in the 1980s, you're selling Kodak film, or you're selling Keurig K-cups today, or you're selling something or other like that, Scotch tape. You want to be the person that sells, because you go through so much of it that you can afford to do that. I'm selling a Mexico, New York ad herald that I got cheap from some guy that didn't know what he had. And although he knew what he was doing, he got my dollar and I still have the ad herald. So who was the smart one in this deal? He went and bought lots and lots of stuff with that. But what are you going to do? Couple of other things here. Yeah, 19 out of 33 last week were promoted. So it was a really slow week as far as sales. I only sold 33 items last week. 275 offers to watchers, which is down from 323. So it was a little slower week for my ability to make offers. Etsy 4 items and $1,000,000 on eBay 3. How about buys? We were talking, you said you bought a few things.
Yeah, I actually had a guy come to my shop yesterday, and he took daguerreotype photos of me, but he also sold me a bunch of daguerreotypes, maybe 100, 150 daguerreotypes, and other cased images and some other stuff, some CDVs, tin types, just a variety of stuff.
Cool.
So what are you going to do with those daguerreotypes? Pass them out? The ones of you? Pass them out?
The ones of me? One I'll probably take home and have at home, and the other one I'll have hanging up here in the shop.
What size are they?
They're full plate. They're 6.5 by 8.5.
Okay.
So pretty good size.
So you're probably not going to hand those out as business cards?
No. Although it would be kind of cool to take a photo of it and use it for a business card. It would be pretty cool.
There you go. I'm full of ideas. And Don just learned from Mexico, New York. How about you, Mr. Magazine? Have you been buying anything?
Our little trip on the weekend when you're complaining for 48 hours straight. I did have
I talk in my sleep purposely just to
Oh
complain.
yeah, I had Aaron found me 2 buys out there, so we filled up my truck completely with the 2 buys, with not much room left over.
Now, the one interesting thing as I jump in there, you've seen storage units before, obviously.
Oh yeah, I buy them. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen, this is the first time that I have ever seen this before, the gentleman's storage unit, he actually built into the top of the storage unit a little loft area with a pull down ladder to be able to walk up to the top.
I mean, it was probably 25 feet high. It was very high, and he built like.
Well, I've never seen a storage unit that high.
Yeah. There was probably 4 or 5 in that area, and then it lowered, went down. But he used the full area, loft, and everything.
Yeah, with the those old attic stairs that you would pull down and
yeah,
he had that as well, and then he was using the whole upper area for storage.
That's crazy.
I've never seen that before. I was like, what?
Not in a storage locker. I mean, I've bought quite a few storage lockers in auction and everything, but never seen anything like that.
No. And welcome in, Kelly. Late to the show. Sales are sluggish, but that's what I get for taking the store down for a month. I did chop my ad rate, so there's definitely been an adjustment. There you are. I'm buying way too much, but when a deal is too good to pass up, you got to take the leap. Now just working on adjusting my business model for the new year and seeing how that goes.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So you bought the 2 deals there, Mr.
Bought
Magazine?
those 2 deals. And every day we got packages of magazines and DVDs and VHS coming in from all over the country. It's just nonstop. People call me to sell stuff. So I enjoy that. That keeps me broke and happy. But how about you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So we did go out and take a look at a collection. Gentleman is a subscriber now, and we may have him in on the new year as a guest. Very interesting gentleman, sells part-time, has a full-time job as well, coming at it from the collector aspect. So we may have him on. Was a lot of fun meeting him. Some really, really neat stuff. And we've kind of laid the groundwork for a deal. Wasn't time for him or us. And you've run into that too, I assume at some point. You meet with people and you talk with them and you want to make sure everybody's comfortable, especially with collectors, because they may not be ready to sell at this point. But as we told the gentleman, when it comes time to sell, we want to be your call. Is what it comes down to.
And we gave him options too, as far as hey, we can take a little bit of a time, come up every week or 2, or the whole thing, whatever makes him happy. He's a collector too, so some of the stuff is a little heartfelt and he may want to keep.
He may want to keep it as well. Yeah,
he'll adjust the deal. I told him, give us through next year in January, February. We'll meet him again, see how it goes.
Yep. So go from there. Yep. And that's so that was good. Other than that, though, the only thing that I bought was the gentleman out in California who just sends me magazines. He just randomly will send me once or twice a month. He'll send me an invoice through PayPal. I pay it. He doesn't even tell me what I'm getting. It just shows up in the mail. So
nice.
We've been doing business for 15 years and I keep paying the invoice when it comes. So I guess I'm happy. But it works out well for both of us because he used to try to tell me and I go, dude, I'm buying them anyway. Don't bother telling me what's in there. You're wasting your time typing it out because I don't even look at it. I just pay the bill. So works out pretty well. And I think that's why you and I have done deals and we're both pretty easygoing about things. It'll work out. It'll work out. However, I sold you some stuff at the last show and you made me the offer. And I said, is there any way you can do a little bit higher? And you go, well, okay. And you raise your offer just a little bit, which was what I needed because it got me out and I was happy and you still got a good deal. And we were both happy on it. When I would have asked you to raise the price. If I had been into it a little cheaper, I would have just taken your price. I just would like to get out of stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Made him an offer you can't refuse. And that was one thing that you said that I thought was kind of interesting. When we were at Allentown Paper Show, you said that you like having, we'll use me as the example, but I'm not the only me. There are other me's out there. Mr. Magazine goes, no, that you want us taking chances on things. And even if we make a bad decision, you'll bail us out on it as long as we don't make an incredibly stupid decision because you want our eyes out there looking for you because we're going to find some good stuff because I'm hitting a lot of areas that you aren't. And you trust me enough that I'm not a complete idiot. I'm only a partial idiot. I'm not a complete idiot. So I'm not going to go to you and go, I bought this one Polaroid for $5,000. Well, that's nice. You're keeping that one Polaroid.
Yeah, have fun with that.
When I come to you with a collection, I picked up 5,000 slides, 5,000 Polaroids, and 5,000 pictures, and I paid $500. You're paying me.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, you're paying me more than that, and you'll worry about it when you get back to your spot.
Right.
Because you want me buying it, and you're not going to tell me, well, I can only give you 400. No. You'll let me make some money on it, which I thought was a very, very good attitude to have, and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, occasionally you'll overpay for something. You'll be like, I would have only given $350 for the stuff, but he paid $400. But as often as not, the other side comes in that, hey, this is a good deal, and I got this guy looking for me actively in places that I can't get to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to have people buying stuff for you. That's why I like almost anything that walks in the door of my antique shop, I buy it because I want them to come back. I want them to bring me more.
Sure.
And it may be $10 worth of garbage photos, but I buy them because I want them to bring me more back. And next time, maybe there'll be something good,
Or maybe they'll mention to their neighbor, oh, you got all those photo albums in the attic.
Exactly.
This guy buys. He just buys. He doesn't even ask. He just takes a quick look and makes me a fair offer on it. And then all of a sudden, I just got these pictures from my great-great-grandmother. She used to date Abraham Lincoln.
Well, and that's the thing. Like in a small town like this, that matters. Word of mouth is everything in a small town like this, because my demographic for buying is from the older folks, the 70 plus, the people that are downsizing because they don't want to leave their family with a bunch of stuff to go through and everything like that. Exactly. So that's my demographic to buy from. Yep. And I try to treat them right and give them a fair deal and have them come back. Tell their friends.
Absolutely. Well, we had Japanese whiskey, Eric. We had Japanese whiskey. And Vintage View says he wishes he had some too. He's got to put up with my inane questions.
See, Don knows.
Ouch! I'm not there yet. Jeez.
You act like them, though.
That is true. I'm not going to argue with that. One thing I did laugh about was I don't believe I'm going to go to any estate sales this week. So I haven't been buying anything, and I've been looking at the estate sales. I took a look at one estate sale that's opening tomorrow. And they have this opera book of the opera. Now, they took 4 pictures of this book. They took the front cover. They took the title page. They took the copyright page. They took one of the inside pages. And I'm looking at this going, this is a $10 retail book. And you took 4 pictures. If you had it for $1, I'm not buying it. What price do you have on it if you take, because it's not like they took 4 pictures of everything.
Right.
4 pictures of this, obviously thinking this is good.
You have to have $20-$25 on a minimum, right?
Yeah, and it's a $10 book if you want to buy it and sit on it for a long time. I'm going, that's where you need to call me, and I'll help you with the books. And I'll go,
well, that's when people have no clue what they're doing. They go, oh, look at this. It's big. It's old. It's this. And
I think it's a first print. So I think it says first print right on it. So probably when they're going through, it's a first print book. Yeah, it's a common first print book.
First print of garbage is still garbage.
Absolutely. Glitch of the week, Mr. Magazine. Oh, can you explain that glitch that you got
today? The one I got today?
I don't know. You sent me a text of it. What'd you get today?
The Amazon repricing glitch.
Oh, you can mention that. That's not even what I wrote down.
Oh, good. I forgot the other one. Anyway, so my manager's printing orders this morning or maybe it might have been last night, but he texted me this morning about it. So we put on a bunch of these Star Wars dolls at anywhere from $200 to $1,000.
Action figures, thank you.
They're like 12-inch though.
They're not dolls.
All right, fine. They're made by Sideshow, Hot Toys, whatever. And we've been selling them for, we put on over 100 of them. And we've been selling them a couple here and there, some on eBay, most of them on Amazon because we can get a little more money for them. So he tells me that somehow the repricer glitched 4 of these. 2 people bought 4 of them for $10 to $50 a piece.
And what were you asking on them?
And $200 to $400 or something like that. So obviously we had to cancel the order. We're taking cancel. We had to cancel the order. We just can't take a hit like that. we don't know what happened right now, but my IT guy's contacting the repricing company because it has to do with them somehow. And we had no competition. So they never even should have been repriced anyways, unless Amazon had some a high pricing error. So we don't know what's going on. So I said, hey, most of them sold for their good money over the last couple of weeks, but somehow yesterday, 4 or 5 of them sold super cheap. So something happened yesterday, whatever. So he's looking into it. I said, anything lower, zero them out. Let's entertain, set them aside, and we'll fix them and figure out what's going on down the road. And worst case, we put them on eBay. So we're looking at that right now, but that is crazy. As far as the other glitch, which one is that?
Mr. Magazine had a glitch. He was trying to invoice people. Now he's logged into his account.
Oh yeah, that one.
Trying to invoice somebody. Okay.
For multi-orders.
So Mr. Magazine is in his account, and somebody bought 2 or 3 of an item. He clicks to send an invoice. He got an error that he could not send an invoice as eBay was unable to verify that he was the seller.
And then the next day it was gone.
So I'm in my own account trying to send you an invoice, and it tells me we're not sure if you're the seller or not. What are you talking about?
Either somehow someone's orders got mixed into mine, or it fixed itself and they paid or something.
Some cookie didn't sit where it was supposed to be, or something had to be what it was.
Yeah,
how crazy is that? You never know. And then site changes over on Whatnot. Schmidt Auctions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She always is very, very good at my auctions and typing out to check out the $1 Million Peddlers over on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently now you can't type that anymore. You cannot mention YouTube anymore.
Wow.
What?
It won't even let you post. You know how sometimes somebody will put something up and it'll say this contains muted words?
Yeah.
It won't even let you do that. It wouldn't even let her put it up. So she has to say, subscribe, $1 Million Peddlers, and then spell YouTube some really weird, like UTUBE.
Oh my God.
And that's her workaround on it. But yeah, they won't let you.
That's so stupid.
YouTube anymore.
They're trying to keep all the money there. Everyone's a big money grab.
But here's the thing. I know Popeye, Popeye's postcards.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually, at least he used to stream his shows to YouTube. So you can stream the show to YouTube, but you can't mention that it's being streamed to YouTube, apparently. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Have not had that, Eric, but if you want to come on by here, or if you want to go to Denver, Pennsylvania, one of the 2 of us will help you finish your small batch whiskey for you. Time for the item of the week.
All right, it's my turn finally. Paperboy said, find some good photos or something. I don't have tons of good photos, but these caught my eye just because I am a collector of Star Wars. So we have 2 photos here from the Pennsylvania deal, signed by Carrie Fisher, famous.
Oh, nice.
Star Wars. Put that one a little higher though. So one's $100 value and one's $500 value, and I got them both listed on eBay. And this is the $500 one because it is authenticated by PSA. It's got the little thing in the corner and a certificate on the back, where this one is not certified. We'll give our own because it does look legit. But just such a huge difference in price just because, and they're both Star Wars. I mean, she's got kind of Star Wars fatigues on this one, but it's just crazy what a difference in price from an uncertified one to a top certified one. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I guess it's worth sending your stuff in and grading. It might cost $100 to grade this one, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, I've got an Ernest Hemingway signature I've been thinking about sending out to get authenticated because his go for big money. Yeah. And this is actually on a it's really funny because it's on a press, like how they have the write-ups on the back of press photos that they like paste to them and everything. Yeah. This is that pasted write-up that is from the back of a press photo talking about how his plane went down and he died. Wow. But then it has his autograph on it because he didn't die in that crash.
Oh,
wow. So it's really funny. It's like a really cool one.
What's the Hemingway?
Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, you're supposed to say about 150 pounds.
No, I think he was bigger than that. He was a big guy.
And starting off for the week, Mr. Magazine. This one I'm going to say that one for last because that one was crazy. he had, this one's not crazy. So this is the less crazy one. Aurora AFX Ferrari slot car. He was asking $100.94 on it. He got a $9 offer on a $100 slot car.
The shell alone's probably $30-40. You know.
He had Stephanie Manuska autographed 8x10 photo. She's a model. He's asking $23.98 for it. He got a $1 offer. Now, unsigned, you're going to ask a few bucks on that photo, I would think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just unsigned, let alone. Arnold Back's Coral Works vinyl, $17.98. He got a $3 offer on it. But this last one, to me, is the winner. It's not the most outrageous price-wise compared to these others, but he had a Lou Gehrig bobblehead, 2005, from ESL, which is a local credit union. $13.74, which seems reasonable to start with for Lou Gehrig. Somebody offered him $2 on it. And I'm thinking, you can't buy anything Lou Gehrig for $2.
For $2, yeah.
They're a couple pounds, so shipping's still going to be at least $10 probably, you know.
No, that's our little secret. That's our little secret. $42 offer for a $600 antique. Ouch. Ouch. They're out there.
It's crazy.
Countdown to Brimfield. Well, I haven't been buying, so we're actually making some room, Mr. Magazine. You haven't said anything about the room
It's
being
a little neater. Yeah, a little neater.
Look, getting there. Oh, it's the Confucius joke of the week.
He went right into that one. No hesitation.
Everybody's favorite over here. So Confucius was talking with a friend. The friend said, "My wife has the face of a young girl." Confucius answered, "Well, she better give it back. She's getting it full of wrinkles."
It's actually pretty funny.
That one was pretty rude, but funny. She has the face of a young girl. She better give it back. She's getting it full of wrinkles. And that was the Confucius Say Joke of the Day. Come by 20 past the hour. Any of my whatnot shows, you'll get another joke, probably not that funny. All right.
They've been getting better lately. I've been able to handle them a little bit.
Customer issues. So a week ago, I had an issue where a gentleman went in to cancel an order on eBay. But eBay wouldn't let me cancel it because literally as he put in the cancel must have been like at 1:30, and at 1:29 and 58 seconds I printed postage. So I literally printed postage before.
Right.
So it said, "We've told him he can't cancel." Okay, sent it out. Oh, come on, Dawn.
The women don't like that one.
So then he put in a dispute with his credit card company that he doesn't recognize the transaction.
Oh, gosh.
Now, I was a nice gentleman, and I sent him, "Here's the transaction that you said you didn't recognize. Now you recognize it, so you can stop the dispute, because you would then be defrauding the credit card company because now you recognize it." He hasn't responded back. So somehow or other, I don't think he just didn't want the item. But
that's exactly what happened. Buyer's remorse.
Put it in a return. I'll take the return back with your credit card company, and don't lie to say that you don't recognize it, because you most certainly do recognize it. Kind of crazy. So then I got something today. A gentleman emailed me back a book that I sold. "You failed to mention the damage to the book. Ripped and tattered back cover, and I haven't even examined the interior. I'd like a prepaid return mailer so I can return for a full refund. So disappointed because the front cover was so nice. Thank you." So I said, okay, maybe I missed something. I checked the listing. No, it mentions the back cover's missing pieces. So
in other words, he just didn't read and he didn't look.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time. Well, and I've done that too when I bought. I've done that. I've made that mistake and not really looked at the listing, just bid on it because I said, "Oh man, it looks great." And then, you know what? I eat that because it was my mistake,
Well, I've not.
You just eat it.
I did email them back. I said, right in the condition, it said this. I did note that. I said, use the eBay returns process if you want to return it. Now, I'm expecting that they're going to do exactly what you did right there and say, "Wow, you're right. I didn't notice that the first time. I'm going to keep it, and lesson learned."
How much was it?
Or probably not. And they made me a low offer to start with. I think they offered me $10 on it.
Yeah, but it's not even worth returning at that point, unless you're really angry, which he learned his lesson.
I wrote down here, I expect they will email and say, by Jove, you did. But if I'm waiting for them to say by Jove on that over there. Interesting other things. Oh, we want to shout out Joe Janowitz, who's a friend of Mr. Magazine's and a friend of the channel. He actually has a suspense novel just came out over on Amazon called The Silent Rain. If you're looking for a great read, I haven't read it yet, but I'm certain that it is. Joe Janowitz, The Silent Rain. Do check that out over on Amazon.
And he writes comic books and all kinds of books. So yeah, he's having fun. He's 80 years old and a nice little side hustle.
Yep. So Mr. Magazine has been, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not. I know you watch our show religiously, but sometimes customers come in when we're on, or you're doing a whatnot auction. But Mr. Magazine has been working on his bathroom lately. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I really am. Yeah. Well, not me personally, but I'm paying a friend of mine to do it.
The contractor is working on his bathroom. I think it's almost done though, right?
No, not really. It should be almost done. But, it's taking about 3 months. It's a very tiny master bathroom, complete, do over, gutted the whole thing. Hopefully by, I don't know, early December, maybe. I don't know. Everything's gonna be in by that time. So it's maybe like 60% done. I don't know.
Well, I bring this up because you probably saw this. Did you see the fully functional 18-karat gold toilet went for $12.1 million to Sotheby's. So he finally got the last piece that he needed.
Yeah.
He's going to be putting it in there.
Yeah. Is it a bidet too? Gold flake water?
Is that what you're holding out for?
Yeah, gold flake water.
Apparently the metal value of the gold was $10 million. So they
sound about right.
They started at 10 million and ended up going for 12.1 million. And the artist that did it was, I don't remember the guy's name. I didn't write it down, but remember the guy that taped the banana to the wall?
Oh God.
Yes.
He did this as well as
of course he did.
Well, at least he invested money into this. At least he didn't get the gold for free like a banana, so he had to actually pay a lot of money for the gold.
Well, but he paid probably a lot less for the gold than what he got for it because gold went crazy over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
All right, let's step back. This is what he did. I'm going to want a gold toilet someday. You see those guys that started with the paper clip and trade up for the house? All I've got is a piece of tape and a banana. How am I going to get a gold toilet? Hey!
Imagine what he would have got, though, if he got the industrial strength like duct tape and taped the toilet to a wall.
Ooh, gold toilet tape to a wall.
Right? Like if a banana's 5 million, the gold toilet's going to be like 25 or 30 million.
You left a lot of money on the table with that one over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. If you've got nothing better to do with your money, and that was what he said too. It was a commentary on art and the overall commercialization of art, and that's why he did a gold toilet. You're not buying it, huh?
What if the guy What if the guy that made that invisible artwork and sold it for millions bought it, and then he turned it into an invisible toilet
and kept the real one down?
But he got like 15 million for it. So
he scrapped the toilet and said, "No, it's invisible now."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, someone would buy this. It's so sad. It's really sad.
Did you see that we actually did a show about that? The guy did an invisible sculpture, sold it for $15,000, but gave you, when you bought it, you got a write-up of rules on how it was to be displayed. That it needed lights on it, and it needed to be in a certain area of at least such and such a room and such a thing. My question is, how do you insure that? And how do you prove to the insurance company that it got stolen?
Yeah, or broken. What if it broke?
Hello? Remember that invisible statue I spent 15 grand on? It's missing. Oh, it's over there.
They'd have to send you to an insane asylum.
They should send you to an insane asylum for buying it to begin with.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I've been talking with Paul Carl, who's a friend of the channel. We're going to have him on at some point, not a regular show, just a special show. We're going to be talking about replenishables versus one-off. So that should be a lot of fun as well. So I wrote down here, you had mentioned about the daguerreotype and how the gentleman was doing daguerreotypes of people and I don't know, making a living, but making a little side hustle off it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Here was the idea that I had. and I wouldn't even know how to go about it, but I think this is a great way to make money. Reach out to the licensing departments of bands. Now, KISS will probably do it. I'm surprised KISS hasn't thought of this already. They've got the coffins, so they've got everything else going anyway. But reach out to the licensing departments of the bands and get the official rights to piano rolls, and put piano rolls out, like limited edition 300 piano rolls of the Nirvana song or this or that, and make them up real nice. And they're all officially licensed and all that. And I bet you could actually make some pretty good money. And my thought is, when you went to them saying, I want to buy the rights to your music on piano rolls, that they're going to, okay, what's that worth? Yeah. And I'm thinking you could actually make some money doing that. Thoughts?
It's kind of interesting. I mean, people are into the antique and the vintage. I could see it working for doing it on the old style, like the Edison cylinders and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like where it's just enough to play one song. But piano rolls for like a player piano or something like that. It could be fun. I don't know how many player pianos are out there that would that's
where you're like, it's all limited edition. You're only
it'd be more about the just having it than anything else. Yeah.
Because I read something, and I forgot to mention it on a prior show that was last week or 2 weeks ago show, something like 55% of people that are buying records now, like the newer records that are coming out, don't even own a record player.
Wow.
So they're buying.
See, if I buy a record, I listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're buying them just to have, because, you know, the collectible, the this and that. So that was my thought on the piano rolls or the Edison cylinders, like you said, would be.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like it's just like the 80s and 90s was. They're making everything collectible. Therefore, soon nothing will be collectible. Right. It's going to completely blow up the market, and it'll all just tank, just like everything from the 80s and 90s did.
There you are. He wants to do a new metal band, some 8-tracks. There you are. Cool. Absolutely.
Now that could work. My son collects cassette tapes because he has an 86 Corvette, and he listens to the cassette tapes in his Corvette.
Cool.
So,
yeah. I don't know if you saw this or not. Tom Brady's card shop got robbed of $10,000 in Pokemon and sports cards. Apparently, what I read, the guy supposedly tried to buy it, but his credit card didn't go through, so he just ended up taking the stuff. I guess that's what you do when your credit card doesn't work. I don't know. But I felt bad for Tom. There was a tough day for him. He only went home with one supermodel that day, too. So it was a tough day.
And like probably $250,000 for the one showing of the Monday Night Football.
So he's had a tough week.
Well, someone stole a $10 card from me, so that's equivalent.
Yeah, exactly.
They lost to me.
And I lost a dime.
It might be more. The 10 to me is probably more value to what I'm worth compared to 10,000 Tom Brady.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a dollar.
Are you familiar with Price Chopper?
Yeah, the shopping store, the grocery store. Yeah.
Did you see what they did on November 16th?
No.
They were giving double value on pennies for up to $100. If you brought in up to $100 in pennies, loose or rolled, didn't matter, they would give you double that amount in gift cards.
That's crazy.
Why?
Yeah, because they're not making pennies anymore.
No, I know that, but like, so every penny's going to go up in value?
Well, no.
It costs 4 cents to make a penny.
Yeah.
Crazy. It makes sense.
The actual value of a penny is more than a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I mean, like dimes and nickels really pretty darn close. You know,
got to be close.
Well, dimes less than nickels, I would think. Dimes would be worth less because they're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pennies. It's kind of crazy. That's why they're doing away with pennies, is because it's literally hemorrhaging money.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's financial sense, but there's so many billions and billions of pennies out there anyway. Who cares if they stop making them?
My question, and I never looked into this. Are they truly stopping the minting of pennies, or are they still going to be minting pennies for like the mint sets and all that stuff? In other words, doing enough of them to fill out. And I have no idea how many mint cents they mint.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Because they're putting a special stamp thing on the last 5 or something like that, and they're going to auction them off for millions of dollars. So
No.
it'd be foolish if they did that after the fact, because that would water down those. And then the ones in the, what'd you call them?
The mint sets.
The mint set, yeah, those would be, then the last mint set one would be the rarest one, so probably they shouldn't do that if they want to get 5 million for the last penny.
Interesting.
Well, the thing is, they'll do that. They'll get that 5 million for the last penny, and then they'll go ahead and release mint sets and completely blow it up because they don't care.
Yeah, right. It's like
They
players
don't care.
retirement. Jordan came out of retirement. Okay, now all that stuff that he retired on is worthless.
I did not do that, Eric. That would be pretty bad. Tomorrow we're going to be on Get Thrifty podcast tomorrow at 11:30. We thanks to Franklin Hill Ventures for last week's guest. Thank you, Franklin Hill. He suggested they reach out to us, and they did. I don't know if they go live or if they record them and put it up later. If they put it up later, we'll definitely let you know as well on that. And you sell and whatnot. Have you ever thought about selling over on anything over on District?
No, I looked at District very briefly, and there's just not enough traffic there for me. Not enough, especially traffic in my categories.
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't make sense. I don't think. Yeah, I could be the one guy selling photos over there or whatever, but when the one guy selling photos only has 3 people that want photos, it's not going to go well.
Right.
And my most important thing is time. Time's the only thing I can't buy more of. So I value my time very highly. And if it's not making me money or I'm not with my family, I'm not doing it.
Right.
Pretty much.
Because Breeze Flippers, who sells over there and has been a guest on the show before, he actually took about 45 minutes out of his schedule to walk me through it and show it to me. And over on District. And I think after the first year, I will start selling over there. Should be interesting. What I'm seeing, looking at it, is I'm seeing Whatnot circa 2019 is what I'm seeing. And my thought is if I could get over and establish a presence and it does take off, then suddenly you're a big dog. And
the thing is, there's already Whatnot. So how many of these Whatnot style platforms do we need?
One more. Was that the right answer? So we'll see. We'll be doing that for next year.
Hopefully you end up becoming the grand poobah over there.
There you go.
And it pays off big.
All right, so we've got 13 minutes and we have 2 questions for you. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. What will collecting be like in the future of photographs? And what I don't mean by that is I don't mean, yes, somebody's always going to want the daguerreotype or the whatever, Abraham Lincoln or the CDV of that. I understand that. But I'm talking about things that are being produced today. I take a picture. I remember reading a couple of years ago, and I'm making the year up because I don't remember what year I read it in, but in 2019, let's say, there were more pictures taken than all of human history before, just in that 1 year, because of cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is taking pictures nowadays. You've got a few pictures, whether they're family pictures, whether, wow, that is a great picture of the Northern Lights, whatever the case happens to be, that you actually take the time. I don't know if they still do it at Walmart or not, but you have it professionally printed, or you've got the photo paper on your computer at home and you print it out yourself because you want to save an actual copy or you want to send a copy to your aunt or whatever it happens to be. What is going to be collectible with that? Because in the old days, everybody had photos. Now you have to selectively pick a photo and actually go through, because it's not like your phone just automatically prints the photo out for you. So what is the future collecting photos made from 2010 on?
I'm not sure that there will be a heavy market for any photos other than artistic photos.
Okay.
From 2010 on. Like artistic photos that are frameable and can be a piece of art on your wall. Like people collect from the 20s and 30s and earlier, people collect photos of just people. You know, they don't even have to be doing anything super special. They just like the way the person looks, and that's good enough for those 100-year-old photos. But for modern photos, the image itself will have to be exceptional. And honestly, I think in the near future, with all of what's going on with AI, that any kind of modern photo will be irrelevant. Completely irrelevant.
Now, let me make a counter argument. Could it be that because there are so few, that there won't be people that collect them because there will be so few of them? Because it's a lot harder now to make a photo, to get a photo, because, you know, in the old days, you took the roll of film, you sent it off, you got it back. Everybody was doing that. Now we're all taking pictures, but when's the last time you actually printed a photo off of your phone?
Oh yeah, it's been forever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everyone's got things digitally, and if they really want to print it, they can print it anytime they want to.
But is there a way with like they do with the photos where it's the, you know, the, what do they call it, the first not the first state, you know, the within the year of the picture being taken and all that? Would there be a way that you could date that? And they took this photo in 2018 and it was printed out.
I think it'd be tougher with the modern processes to do that, because the things that we use to date photos, like checking to see if it glows in a black light, will date it to earlier than a certain period of time, and everything like that. Like it'll only glow in a black light if it was printed after like 1950 or whatever, somewhere in that range. So yeah, there's ways to tell on those first state and second state photos. I don't think it'll be as easy with the modern stuff.
Interesting.
I think NFTs are going to make a comeback, and we're all doomed. No photos, everything's NFTs. That's where the real money's going to be again.
I hope not. God, I hope not.
Yeah.
But although I will say that the young people, because I'm a camera dealer too. I'm a vintage camera dealer as well, and that's what I started this business in, is cameras. And the younger people, the 20-somethings, are the ones that are buying film cameras to shoot film and get the film developed. And they're actually shooting film on vintage cameras now. Now that could potentially have value.
Right.
Because it's real film. It's not something digital. You know, they have negatives for it. They have all of that. So that's a way to prove, you know, you have provenance then. It's not just some digital piece that's on the internet. They have provenance.
Right.
Interesting.
So thank you for answering that. I don't know if you'd ever even thought about that or not, but I wanted to.
Not really. No, I hadn't.
Good. And then my other question, we can put you on the spot again. Defend photography as art.
Defend photography what?
As art.
As art?
There's always the people, and here's the argument against photography as art. And I understand there are different kinds of painting. You know, I could paint a house, and that's obviously not art per se. But the argument against it being art is you could put in front of me the canvas and everything, and I cannot paint the Mona Lisa. It's never going to happen. I can pick up my phone and take an absolutely brilliant picture of the Northern Lights. That is possible. So that is the argument against it being art per se, is that anybody could do it. Now, maybe I get lucky. Maybe I take 1,000 pictures and one looks.
The thing is, anyone can do art.
Oh,
that's the thing. Anyone can do art. You know, it doesn't make it good art.
Right.
It doesn't make it professional quality sellable art. But art is art. Art has nothing to do with value. Art has nothing to do with anything other than subjectivity. You know, someone sees something in it, and that's what matters.
Or
and that's why photography. I've only got 5 photos in my collection. I keep a very, very small collection of photos. I don't keep a large collection of photos because, you know, you don't get high on your own supply. It's you know, It's that whole thing, you know? So I don't really collect photos. I have 5 photos that I've kept, and only photos that have a profound emotional impact on me will I keep. And if something comes in and I say, okay, I'm going to keep that, one of those other photos
Okay.
gets sold. So I'm very regimented with it.
Yeah.
But I see all photography as art, even the garbage photos, because someone may be able to do something with them.
Mhm.
You know, they turn the old photos into collages, into this and that. They do decoupage and cover entire coffee tables with them. And, you know, they do all this stuff, and it doesn't have to be some spectacular photo. It's just run-of-the-mill people going about their lives, doing their
Right.
everyday tasks.
Who grades them? Is it CGC, PSA, or they both do it? All those companies do grade photos.
I believe they all do photos, especially like the 8x10s, the press photos and stuff like that.
Okay.
I know that PSA and SGC have both stopped grading older photos, like cabinet photos and CDVs.
really?
They stopped grading those.
Why?
And I am not sure.
Trade cards.
But I think it's because there's too much room for error for them. I don't think they know enough about photography to be able to do it.
Now, does that include the sports players?
Yes, like the Lippmann Pike that just sold for like millions of dollars or whatever, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, a CDV of Lippmann Pike, the first Jewish professional superstar. A CDV photo of him sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars recently.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it was graded by SGC. But all of a sudden they're no longer grading CDVs and cabinet photos. So I think that maybe they're like, ooh, what if that's not him? Then what do they do? Then they look really, really bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I have a photo that is definitely the same guy. It's definitely the guy that they have listed as Lippmann Pike.
Right.
I have a CDV photo of him. And I went through, I messaged PSA and SGC both, and they both said they're no longer doing photographs of that type at all. That it wasn't anything to do with whether it really was him or not. It was they're no longer doing them. So my only other outlet will end up being probably Beckett. I know Beckett is still doing it as far as I know. But yeah, that's the only other grading company I know that's doing the old stuff, the pre-1900 stuff.
How accurate, and we don't have that much longer, but you got me into something. How accurate, in your opinion, are the grading companies on the type 1 versus the type 2 and all that? Are they pretty good on that, or are they kind of winging it and making their best guess?
Honestly, I think they're just making their best guess, because it's type 1 and type 2 is pretty hard to tell. Because if it was printed 3 years after, but it's straight from the same negative, you're not going to be able to tell the difference unless there was degradation in the negative or something like that. It's going to look just like the one, and the paper's only 3 years newer, so it's not going to seem any older. It's going to have the same style of paper and everything.
Even if it's
a tough call.
And it might not even be 3 years newer, depending upon who's printing it and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're just kind of
guessing,
hoping for the best,
We have a quick question here. What do you think about newspaper wire photos as a collecting area?
I think they're cool. Personally, I think they're cool. I just bought a huge collection of like 2,000 of them recently, wire and press photos. It had some decent stuff in there, but most of it's junk. Most of it's stuff that's a couple of pennies a piece. But it's history, it's all history. And I love the history part of photography. So just going through and reading the backs, because I love how they have the information either printed on the front or on the back, and going through and seeing what was going on 50, 75, 100 years ago.
Now, is there we've all seen the photograph ones, but then you've got the stuff that comes out on that what is it, that thin paper that isn't actually a photo, but it's more of the paper what they call them press photos, but they're not actually photos. They would
Yeah.
have been sent. Are those collectible?
I don't think as much. I think they may have some value, but not as much as like the wire and the press photos do.
Actual photos. Yeah. Do you know what the name of those are off the top of your head?
I don't off the top of my head. I
Yeah,
know what you're talking about, though. I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was almost like a fax machine kind of deal where it got printed out with that on there. Yeah, back in the day, as opposed to an actual photo being sent. Wow, we had a lot of fun today. We were going to let you off right about on time.
All righty.
Definitely do. Thank you. Thank you for you rolled with the punches on everything over there. Real quick, I do bust a buddy of mine's chops who actually gets paid to photograph around here. And I always bust his chops about whether photography is art or not. And it's just busting chops. So I did send him, there's a local mall up here, Eastview Mall. And I sent him a text. I said, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "There's a great photographer up here at the mall." And he goes, "Really?" And I sent him a picture of the photo booth. He did actually laugh about that one, but great artist. All righty. Thank you much. We're definitely going to have you on again, probably after Allentown. I'll definitely see if I can't get some photos. I know Mr. Magazine and you will be doing a deal as well. That's great. A lot of fun talking with you. Anything you want to plug real quick?
Well, I'm going to be at the York Postcard Show this coming weekend. Big show in York, Pennsylvania.
Selling?
Saturday or Friday and Saturday, that show is.
No, are you
so that's the next thing I'm doing. What's that?
Are you selling at it?
Oh yeah, I'm selling at it. And I'm also bringing a 19th century studio backdrop, a 19th century camera, and a 19th century lighting mirror that they would put in the window to reflect light so that they could take photos. I'm bringing all of that so people can take photos with it and hang out and just kind of, do their thing.
Wow, because the only reason I'm asking is because I did ask Popeyes a while ago, and he said it was 95% postcards. So I wasn't.
It's changing.
It is.
It's changing. They've started adding photos, and they're getting a little more photo heavy. It's still more postcards than photos, but the photo people are definitely there.
Oh, definitely let me know when it changes into more general ephemera, because then I will make a trip down. I don't know enough about.
Well, they did say they're going to be adding ephemera to it. So more than likely that'll be in the near future.
Oh, definitely do. Yeah, do let me know. And then you do.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
You do sell over on Whatnot?
Yes, I do sell on Whatnot. I don't have any shows coming up because normally my show is tomorrow and I'm going to be at the show. So
very good. All right. Do hit the like button if you could. Great guest. A lot of fun over here. He rolled with all the punches. We had a lot of fun. The hour went by like that, which tells us it's a really, really good show. Really big shoe. And we'll see you next video.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.